Hi guys, and welcome back to another episode of Building a Nation with Polonia Warszawa. We've got an action-packed one for you today. We've got a youth intake, although a pretty rubbish one. We've got games off camera. We've got the Champions League quarterfinals against Atletico Madrid. That's who we got. I mean, there was no real easy draw at this point. They beat Rangers 8-2 on aggregate in the end. Rangers did up a good fight in the first leg, but lost the second leg 5-0. They won their group, Atletico, so I think it's going to be a tough cookie to crack, but you never know. We might just take a bite out of them today. We're also on the page of Ryan Gravenberch. You said you wanted to see him. Here he is. 27 caps for the Netherlands so far. He's at Chelsea right now, but he's had a bit of a checkered history. Was at Ajax, then at Liverpool for a bit, then to Krasnodar, interestingly, before joining Chelsea. It's like he didn't quite work out at Liverpool. In fact, we can have a little look at that now. So yeah, £11 million to Liverpool. Barely played for them for a while. 4.6 million to Krasnodar. 2 years later, back to the Premier League for Chelsea for £15 million. Krasnodar did the best out of that deal, I would say. I've signed up and never had a club free agent from Brunei, who is a 5'7" left back with excellent potential. At 21, he's never played a single competitive game that has 37 international caps. I think that takes the biscuit for that one. Does club ranking matter? Because my Polonia is ranked 19th in the world, but somehow the players still won't come. I think it does matter, but it's more about the overall reputation and stuff like that, I think, anyway. But sometimes it just takes a while. It doesn't catch up immediately. GG? I'm old and don't get the cool kids lingo anymore, if ever. It means good game. But sometimes you say GG, even if the G was not that G. The Pendulum of Nonsense sounds like a good biopic for Bruno Bridges. Love the series. That would be a brilliant name for his, biography. His, eventual book and everything. You know, he's lived through 2 series now. Yes, I think The Pendulum of Nonsense would be a very good name for his bio. Bruno Bridges, Pendulum of Nonsense, the Bruno Bridges story. Does anyone know what episode What the Fuck That segment was from? I actually don't know. I made it not specifically for an episode, just so I could use it over time, but I don't know when I first started using it. It's been around for a while, though, as you can tell from the fact that I look pretty different in the Vector version of myself. So, yeah, a bit more timber on me at the back of that then. Just like one guy with Birmingham, they had an affiliate, Cornella, got a decent regen from them 3 seasons in a row. That's awesome. We didn't get one this year, unfortunately. It's a bit of a shame. In fact, I'll read it, and you'll be seeing it on the screen right now. The youth intake was garbage, to be honest. We got, I think, a goalkeeper was our best player. We will have a quick look at him in a minute, but it's nothing to write home about. Very quickly, this is him, Artur Piskula. He's a goalkeeper. He was the best player in our youth intake this year. I set up my thing so that we can have a look, and there was no foreign players in there at all, no news articles. I can't even remember what the scouts said about them, basically, but yeah. So not great, to be honest. I really want one day just to get one player from one of these clubs, otherwise it's all a waste. Could you show us quickly the players you missed out on? So I already showed you the guy that went to Real Madrid, but there was one more, the guy that went to Milan that I mentioned. I'll quickly show you him now if I can remember his name. This is him. This is Ubaldo Del Valle. This was the guy I was trying to sign to replace Ernesto Peralta. You could sort of see why I was interested in him, to be honest. A little bit shorter, but he had that extra pace and finishing. He just looked that little cut above the rest, really, as you can see from his comparison with Ernesto Peralta. And the fact that the deal was only £6.5 million was the main reason I was after him. I mean, look at that. He's on 125k a week now at Milan, so he must have signed another deal or something, and £40 million value. So that was the guy I was after. You can sort of see why he signed for Milan. Now, in a weird turn of events, Carballo got called up for Poland. Not only did he get called up, but he got 2 caps and a goal, which is frustrating because it triggered a wage clause in his contract that I forgot he had, because I was like, well, there's no way he's going to get called up for Argentina. He's like, no, I'm Polish now. Call me Karbalowski. In other sad news, Lisik pulled a hamstring while he was on Poland duty with the under-21s, and he's going to miss the Champions League quarterfinals, which is bad news. Victor Hugo also picked up an injury, and he was set to miss it, but I think he might actually be back. So, yeah, it wasn't looking good for us in that sense, particularly on that left-hand side. We started off with a 3-1 victory away from home at Legia. We went behind early on to Thala, but as Vigawa, Gorosito, and Jacobo Garcia grabbed us some goals to give us the victory. We then kept the good times rolling at home to Katowice. A goal from Campagnaro, one for Diego Silva, one for Orozco, one for Mateusz Vigawa. We really do spread the goals around quite often in this team, and I really like that. We then continued that away at Zag with a 3-0 victory this time. Gorosito scored, but then 2 goals from Tobias Verse. He got his first and his second goals for the club. Brilliant performance from the youngster. Then it took a moment, but we did actually overcome Swansk in the league. They took the lead through an own goal from Mr. Goalkeeper Man, who was pissed at me, having literally, it was the last game before that he'd complained about. So yeah, very annoying. But then Oprish gave us an equaliser before Anthony Campagnaro scored yet another goal. He's been fantastic this year. For a guy I brought in as a backup, he has excelled in every manner. We then had to creak one over the line against Cracovia, with Oprish getting the winner for us again here. Should have maybe had more, but we didn't. And finally, in the cup against Swansk, we put them out with goals from Jovanovic and Campagnaro. We're through to the cup final. No surprises there. And yeah, good stuff. The league now looks like this. We are currently 25 points clear at the top of the league. Our goal difference has just dropped off the pace of the points because we've had some slightly smaller wins lately. I think we're going to win the league before we even get into the championship zone. I think the moment we enter it, because we're already, 25 points clear. So one more game, and it's sewn up already as it happens. But like once we tick over into it, then it will definitely be done. So that's good. Victor Hugo's 16 goals this year. Zvigawa's not far off as well there, and Aslan as well with his 11 this year has been phenomenal. So just brilliant in the league. I think we've really stepped up now that we have that striker in the team. You can see Zviggy's got 5 man of the match awards. Now, the big stuff. The big stuff. It's now time for Atletico. It's no point in beating around the bush here. You can see that Zvigawa was doubtful. He should be fine to play. He had a 1-day injury yesterday, so hopefully he's fit enough. Okay, so we're going to have to change around a lot of this team, which is fine. We can do that. Okay, so Kevin is not starting up top. Surely Zvigawa's fit. Yeah, he's fine. He's taken a slight knock. He'll be fine. Campagnaro or Peralta. I played Campagnaro for the last game because Peralta couldn't play, so he'll start today. Gorosito, for me, has earned his place into the team at the moment, just based on his performances alone, although it is nice and tight between all three of them. Victor Hugo or Lisic can't start. I'm going to go with Victor Hugo. I think he's back. He's ready to go. What? In the midfield, Orozco, we don't want Bonavento there. Surely it's got to be Patino. He played the last game. That's my concern. Silva suspended. Freitas and Pandurovic, not Stamler. We want Aslan. And we definitely want Franceschi in goal. Let's just go sort the bench. So the bench is going to be Vinjevic. You've just got to call up for Serbia, interestingly. Stamler, Opric, Kevin, Bonavento, Campagnaro, and of course, Jovanovic. They're playing, well, the old Marian Lease style. So, okay, that's fine. We can deal. It's the home leg. We've got no choice but to go for it. We're not going to go on attacking, obviously. We'll adjust when we get into the match. I feel like this might be a bridge too far, but we beat Real Madrid, so who knows what we're capable of, to be honest. I've brought the tempo down naturally because we were getting too many long shots, and that kind of helped with that. But we can adjust it later in the game. We're going to go passing shortness direct up a little bit. And we're going to distribute to the fullbacks because they've only got one striker. You know, we've done well just to get to the quarterfinals, but the fact that we knocked out Real Madrid to get here and looked pretty comfortable, really, over 2 legs against them suggests that we might actually be able to at least not embarrass ourselves over 2 legs against Atletico like we have in previous seasons. We're definitely taking a step up this thoroughly boring first 20 minutes. Nothing's happened at all, which in a way, I'm not too bothered about, really. My concern, that's better. Here we go. Breakaway chance for Victor Hugo, maybe. Zviggy's making the run. Can he pick him out? He might be able to. Nearly. Oh, God, that nearly ricocheted through. Okay, Gorosito with a chance for us, maybe. Freitas knocks it down, and it's caught by the keeper. They've mostly hit from range so far, which is definitely a positive in our sense. Oh, God. Roscoe's in. Oh, what a huge tackle by Araujo. Oh, God, here he comes again. Another strike from Lincoln. Franceschi makes the stop. Half-time, 0-0. Not bad, but not great. I think we need to have more we need to up both of these two and allow us a bit more of that. Honestly, it's just nice that once again we're holding our own against a really top European team, and that seems to be the difference between us before and us now. Hopefully, anyway. See if we can grab a goal in the second half. A 1-0 victory would be massive if we just keep a clean sheet. Don't concede in the away goal. This has been such an incredibly tight game. Nobody's given any quarter so far. And I have a horrible feeling it could just end up being a 0-0, which again isn't the end of the world. But if we were to grab a goal and win this 1-0, that would be a huge difference for us. But we just don't want to concede, really. Opric. Oh, God. Please. Oh, hello. Jovanovic, breakaway chance. Come on. Opric is bombing down the left. He's got to find the pass. He has. Opric, can he dig someone out? He finds Orozco! And it's saved by Oblak. The best chance of the game goes to us in the 81st minute. Zvigawa's free kick. So it's in! Mateusz Zvigawa! Polonia Warszawa 1, Atletico Madrid 0. Mateusz Zvigawa scores the goal that gives us the lead. It's a free kick in the 82nd. This is a wonderful free kick. Goalkeeper Oblak, very bad there. Again, flapping at these. Zvigawa 17th of the season. What a moment. I am this time going to flip to cautious because a 1-0 victory is super duper important if we were to get it. If we were to come up with even just to get the win in the first leg, and if we do go out, it's so... What about that? They should have scored there. They really should have done. They're not going to be able to get it forward quick enough now, I don't think. Araujo's ball downfield. And there we go. 1-0 victory over Atletico Madrid. Mateusz Zvigawa scores the goal that gives us the lead in the tie. Brilliant stuff. I feel like on the night we probably just edged it. We had the better opportunity and we definitely shot less from range than they did. They didn't create any clear opportunities. And Lervik was playing for them, of course. What a moment that is for us. Come on! Imagine if we were to get through to the semis this year. This would be bloody tight though, but it's shown we can take on anyone at the moment. Yes! Right, so we're back. We had one game off camera. Unfortunately, it was a 0-0 draw at home to Leg. Bit annoying, but we still didn't concede a goal, I suppose. We probably should have had the win. It wasn't a very good performance overall, though. Still unbeaten, though. We did go 30 games unbeaten. I got the Invincibles one. Achievement for that. Because I think that's where it considers to be the season. But weirdly, now that we're in the championship group, it still hasn't considered us to be champions. Now, the reason I think this is because we actually have to play a game for it to actually consider us to have been champions, because I don't think it knows how to understand the fact that you could technically win the title before you even get into the championship group, which is what we've done because we're 23 points clear. But there you go. Well, hopefully that'll be the case and we're not into more round of nonsense. But today we play Atletico. We've got a 1-0 lead from the first leg. We've got a lot of stuff on the line here. They're missing quite a few players through injury, which could play into our hands. In the other ties, as you can see, Arsenal 5-0 up, going to be through. Chelsea lost 8-4 on aggregate to PSG, and Inter beat Barcelona 3-2. So PSG and Inter await in the next round, along with Arsenal, if we were to get through. I don't know, I just have a feeling like if we were to get past Atletico, I feel like we could get to the final. It's more than I ever expected from this season, but the fact that we've even got the 1-0 victory in the first leg truly is amazing. So let's just get going and see if we can wrap this up. Okay, so I rested players especially for this. Lisicki, I would love to play him, I really would, but Victor Hugo has to start. Lisicki's only just come back. If we go to the semis, he'll be in, but not yet. Campagnaro, Orozco, Silva, Stamler, no, we want Aslan in there. Yes, we do. Freitas and Bang, Albarracin, we want Franceschi, of course we do. So that's going to be the lineup. Zvigawa, Victor Hugo, Gorosito, Campagnaro. I'm going to give him a chance because he's done so well lately. In just, you know, he deserves it. Orozco, Silva, Albarracin, Freitas, Bang, Aslan, Franceschi. Right, let's check the bench. Bench is going to be Peralta, Stamler, Lisicki, Kevin, Pandurovic, Oprich, and of course Jovanovic. So they're apparently going to play like this, and if they do, I think there's going to be opportunity for us on the break, like there was against City in the first game of the season when they played like this. We had some chances. First things first, obviously going to go cautious. We want to play on the break today if we can. Therefore, I'm going to up the passing directness as well to go with that. Because they've got 4 men up top, I might just turn off the passing distribution and let Franceschi decide where to put it and distribute a bit quicker so we can maybe catch them on the break. Oh, God, I'm actually even more nervous. I felt like with the Real Madrid one, being 2 goals up was pretty comfortable, and I felt like we were going to be okay. But at 1-0 here, it literally takes 1 goal from them, and instantly the game is completely level playing field. I feel like just clattering it up the field. If Zvigawa doesn't win it, we just give the ball straight back to him. We kind of can't be doing that now. What? I think Franceschi got a touch on that. I genuinely think he's tipped that onto the post. They've started really, really strongly. We're just having to ride out this early onslaught from them at the moment. Getting a bit of the possession back, though, which is nice. But we've created nothing ourselves, and that is the concern for me. Campagnaro, go on, have a little run. That's better. Find Zviggy. We've got a ball across the pitch, maybe, if he fancies it. He's found Victor Hugo. Here we go. Maybe we can finally get something. Oh, he's lost it. No, he's got it back. Can he dig across out? Zvigawa! Heads it wide. First chance of the game for us there. Okay. But they are really matching up man for man at the back, and that's the problem. Because when this happens... What a save again from Franceschi. They are so attack-minded. Araujo. Hakimi. I wonder if maybe going strikerless. Well, Franceschi's done his best to keep us in this match, but Atletico have actually turned up today. He did brilliantly to make the initial stop, but they just seem to have passed their way through us for the rest of this now. Hakimi's ball in is brilliant. Loses him out at the back post. Wonderful stop, but there's nothing he can do about the rebound, and Ibanez puts Atletico level. We'll carry on for a little bit. We'll just see, because we still only need 1 goal. The thing is, when we played well against City with this style, Zvigawa was playing as a shadow striker and not a deep line forward. I don't know what difference that would make. I'm actually tempted to move... Oh, wait, no, I don't do that. I'm tempted to move to this for the second period of the match. Just as I do that, they've changed their bloody system. Okay, so back to Zvigawa up top again. Since that worked for us in the first leg against them, they've switched back to that system, and they're obviously trying to defend a bit more in the second half. Well, that's fine. We'll allow that, because after all, the game is still balanced for now. We've got to prepare for the fact that Lassie Banks had a really poor day. I assume he was responsible for the goal. Finds Gorosito. Here we go. A bit of a breakaway now for us. We've got men surging forward. Use the width. Please use the width. Zvigawa's in. Oh, no. That right there was the chance to probably win the tie. I think he puts that in and we're probably in the semi-final, because they need 2 goals then. Gorosito's ball headed away. Sod it. We're going back to the striker one again. I feel like we need some kind of presence up top just to try and hold the ball up a little bit when we do lose it. Lorenzo. Oblak. 88th minute. Basically, a goal now for Atletico probably wins them the tie. A goal now for us definitely wins us the tie. Oh, no. Don't believe that's just gone in. Oh, what a way to lose out in the Champions League semi-final. We're going to go out to that. Rebound save from the goalkeeper for the first goal. Fair enough. Like, we didn't play well there. Peralta knocks it down for Orozco. If he scores here, then... No, Oblak's got the save. Leave everything on the table. Oh, and Ibanez makes it 3. Well, we've got caught out pushing for it there, but that second goal is just an absolute sickener. The fact that it deflected onto our defender, back to the guy, and he was able to smash it home. I mean, this is just sheerly from pushing forward, trying to get the win. Franceschi's never going to keep that out, and there we go. We're out of the Champions League. It's a sickener. That really, really is a sickener. Ibanez scored every single goal, but that one in the 89th minute just, you hate to see it. You really do. Well, there you go. That's what's happened. We got £10 million for that. We got £8 million for the last round, so I guess that's something at least. Like, finances-wise now, we've got £40 million in the bank, which is really, really good. And in terms of coefficient, we've got 22 points this year. Amazingly, we've only got 5 more points this year than we did this year, despite the extra success we've had. So there you go. 8 points overall for Poland, which is the best season I think we've ever had in Europe. So we got to 35.4, which means next season we will definitely be back into 9th place and moving comfortably clear of everybody below us. And we're right then in behind Portugal and Russia then. So potentially with 7th place in sight. That wouldn't get us anything more. What we really want is that 6th place that the Dutch currently occupy. That's where things start to get very tasty. But there you go. That's how it happens. 3-0 defeat to Atletico away from home. We've definitely made progress this year. The fact that we won the first leg, and frankly, we matched them in a lot of places in this second leg at times too. That second goal just absolutely ruined the tie. God. The pendulum swingeth back again. So, there you go. If you've enjoyed this episode, drop a like on the video. That would be awesome. And if you're new to the channel, subscribe. Hopefully we can try and revenge ourselves next year and get back to this point. That would be good. But I do feel like we've made a lot of progress. So next episode, of course, is going to be the cup final against Lech Poznan, of course. And then the final league game of the season, also against Lech Poznan, to see how many points we can get on the league. I want to go the whole season unbeaten. That's kind of the task from now on. See how many goals we can smash past in the remainder of the season. Take our anger out on them. Anyway, I'll see you guys soon. Thanks so much for watching. Bye-bye.